Hi everyone and welcome to the Neto Catch of the Day Marketplace webinar. My name is Ryan and I will be presenting today's webinar. Please feel free to ask any questions related to the Neto Catch integration in the comments section of this community post, and our marketplace support team will be sure to answer those questions for you. So the agenda for today's webinar, first of all, we're going to have a look at an overview of the Catch marketplace. We'll then look at the steps to selling on Catch, including registering as a Catch seller. We'll then have a look at the Neto Catch integration features, provide some tips for those of you that are already Catch sellers on how you might migrate from selling through the Catch portal to selling directly from within Neto. And finally, we'll dive into a live demonstration of listing products to Catch directly from Neto and then processing Catch orders. Okay, so why the Catch of the Day marketplace? Well, firstly, I'd like to say that merchants that we have selling on Catch are finding it to be a very successful sales channel for them. Catch has some 4 million plus shoppers in Australia leveraging the Catch marketplace on a monthly basis. There's already 1.7 million products available for sale on Catch, and in Q4 of 2018, Catch grew some 54% year on year, much of that growth driven by the launch of their marketplace. One thing I particularly like is that Catch is owned, operated and supported right here in Australia. In fact, they do have a marketplace onboarding support team. So once you register as a Catch seller, their onboarding team, who are very familiar with the Neto Catch integration, will be able to support you through listing and selling on Catch. And finally, the ease at which you can sell through Catch does make it a preferred marketplace for a lot of sellers. It's a far easier marketplace to sell through than some of the others that do exist in the Australian market today, made easier obviously by the integration that we've worked very closely with Catch to deliver over the last 12 months. So let's jump into the steps to selling on the Catch marketplace. So the first step is obviously to apply to become a Catch seller. So this isn't what I would call a self-service marketplace from start to finish. You do have to register to become a seller, and then the Catch team will either approve or not your registration. Once you have registered to be a Catch seller, they will provide you with access to the Catch merchant portal. And once you log into your Catch merchant or seller portal, you'll be able to add your shop details, including your business policies like your returns policy. And you'll also be able to set up your shipping options and rates. And these are really the only things that you do need to set up from within the Catch seller portal. The rest of selling through Catch can be managed and maintained from your Neto control panel. So you'll be able to connect your Neto account to your Catch seller portal. You'll be able to map the product categories that you have got set up in Neto to relevant categories in Catch. You'll be able to map your product attributes or fields to relevant fields in Catch. And finally, you'll be able to select products in Neto either individually or in bulk for them to be listed on the Catch marketplace. And then, once you make sales on Catch, those sales will flow through into Neto. So pretty straightforward. Head to catch.com.au/sell on Catch, enter your business details, and the Catch support team will contact you, hopefully to approve you as a Catch seller. Let's deep dive then into some of the features of the Neto Catch integration. So our integration really does empower merchants to sell their products on Catch directly from within Neto. So like I said, once you have provided Catch with your business details, your business policies, and you've set up shipping rates in Catch, the rest can be managed in Neto. So we've designed a rule-based listing platform that enables you to set rules up front for products to be listed on Catch, and then your products will automatically be listed. and maintained on the Catch marketplace based on those rules that you have set. So we'll automatically sync your live stock levels, we'll automatically sync your pricing and even your promotion pricing, and then once orders are placed on the Catch marketplace, those orders and the relevant information related to fulfilling an order will be imported into your Neto control panel for fulfillment, and you'll be able to fulfill those orders just in the same way you might fulfill an order from your web store, from a marketplace like eBay or Amazon, giving you a central hub to manage all your sales channels. A little bit about Catch offers and what that exactly means. So much like Amazon, a single product on Catch can have multiple sellers, and the best seller offer for that product will ultimately win the Catch buy box, and other offers will appear under the more buying section, as you can see here in this image, for customers to select. So it's really important that when you're selling products on Catch, that you're cognizant of the fact that there might be other sellers selling the same product, and therefore you might need to be price competitive. You might need to provide a better shipping price or lead time, and ultimately you must always ensure that you provide the best possible service, and these various factors will go into Catch's algorithm to determine whether or not you win that buy box position. So ultimately, like I said, very similar to Amazon, you register a product with Catch, and then you associate offers with that product. That determines the price, the stock availability, and delivery options for that product. To register a product on Catch, so a new product, the product that doesn't already exist in their catalog, you will be required to provide basic product information such as a product image, description, and very importantly, a product barcode or UPC. And as you know, in Neto, there are fields for you to define a product's UPC or barcode, and we use those fields to map products in your Neto control panel to existing products in the Catch marketplace, or to create new products. Some tips for existing Catch sellers. So if you've already been selling on the Catch marketplace and using their Catch seller portal or import tools to manage your listings and orders, and you want to switch over to using Neto to automatically manage and maintain your Catch sales channel, there are a few things that you should be aware of. First of all, Neto uses SKUs to match existing SKUs in Catch, so you should make sure that if you have a product in Catch with a SKU of ABC123, for example, and you want that product to be linked to an existing product in Neto, that product in Neto should also have the SKU ABC123. Another important thing to be aware of is that Neto will always download all unshipped orders in your Catch control panel. So you must make sure that all orders are marked as shipped or completed in Catch before turning on your Neto integration. Otherwise, any outstanding orders will be downloaded into Neto, even if you might have already fulfilled them in another platform or earlier in your Neto control panel. So these are two things just to be aware of for people that are already sellers on the Catch marketplace. Okay, so now we're going to jump into a live demonstration where I'm going to demonstrate linking your Neto account to your Catch account, mapping your product categories and your product attributes to the Catch marketplace, approving products to be sold on Catch, and then fulfilling orders that you receive from the Catch marketplace. Okay, so the first step to selling on the Catch marketplace through Neto is to add the Catch sales channel through your Neto control panel. So there's a number of ways you can do this. You can head to our add-on store and then you can click on the install Catch option. Alternatively, you can simply click on the Catch link under the sales channel navigation menu on the left-hand side. From here, you'll be able to start our step-by-step setup Catch wizard. And the first step in connecting your Neto account to your Catch Seller account is to enter your Catch Seller API key, which you can access through your Catch Seller portal. And you'll be given access to your Catch Seller portal when you register and are approved as a Catch Seller. So this is an example of a Catch Seller portal that I've got up here. And on the top right, you just simply click on your email address or your user icon. From here, under My User Settings, you click on API Key. And here you'll have access to your API key. Now you can either copy and paste the API key that already exists. If you don't have an API key already generated, simply click on the Generate a New Key button. So like I say, copy that API key and then paste it into the API key field that you see here in your Neto control panel, and simply click Next Step. And the next step is defining some basic settings for products that you're going to list to the Catch marketplace. And so the first is whether or not you want Neto to actually manage your Catch offers or products, or if you want to manage those products and offers directly in the Catch Seller portal. Obviously, I would recommend that you do this directly from within Neto, so you would have the setting of Create and Manage from within Neto selected. Then there's an option to define whether or not Neto will round relevant numeric fields. And what that basically means is Catch have a requirement around decimal places on some fields. And if your Neto data doesn't meet those requirements, our system can automatically for you round numbers to the decimal places that Catch requires. So I would typically leave that on. That'll then take you through to the next step where you can define some product pricing rules. The first option being whether or not you want Neto to manage your product pricing on Catch. So you can have Neto manage other information outside of your product pricing. So maybe, for example, just stock information, and then maybe you manage your product pricing directly in the Catch Seller portal. Again, we would recommend having Neto take control and be the master of your product pricing and have that selected as such. In Neto, you can also select which customer price group you would like to push up to Catch. So for example, if you want to have different pricing on different marketplaces, or if you want to have a different price on your web store to what you have on the Catch marketplace, you can achieve that with Neto, and you simply select which price group, and you can set up a number of price groups in Neto and name them anything you like. You select which price group you'd like to use for the Catch marketplace here. Once you do define a price group, you'll also be able to select whether or not you want to enable promotion pricing for Catch. So that is when you set a product to have promotion pricing in Neto for a specified period of time, that promotion would also flow through to the Catch marketplace. Again, I would highly recommend having this turned on so that you have pricing parity across all of your sales channels. The next step is to set some basic stock or inventory rules. So again, you can select whether or not you want Neto to manage your inventory or stock on the Catch marketplace. Again, I would recommend that Neto be the master in this case. You can also define stock level limits in Neto, so you can choose whether or not to allow all your available stock to be available on Catch. You might select, for example, to only have up to a certain quantity of stock listed to Catch. So, for example, if you have 100 of a widget in stock in Neto, you might only want a maximum of 50 to be available to be sold on the Catch marketplace. So simply enter the quantity there, and then anytime a product has a quantity available of above 50, it'll only appear as 50 available in stock. If you sell a product and you have still above 50, Neto will automatically update that number back to 50. We also have a feature for stock buffers for your listings. So you can, for example, put a stock buffer in here, say maybe of 2, and then when you get down to only having 2 in stock in your physical inventory, the item will appear as out of stock on Catch. And that can help you to avoid overselling, which can protect, I guess, your Catch seller rating. Finally, we want to map Catch shipping options to Neto shipping options. So when an order is placed on Catch, it is assigned to the correct shipping option that you've got set up in Neto. So in this example, I've got one shipping option set up on Catch, so standard shipping, and I want to map that to standard shipping in Neto. Of course, you can map it to whichever option you've got set up in Neto. And finally, you'll want to define your lead time to ship an item. So this is the amount of time it takes you in days to dispatch a catch order once it has been received. So if you typically dispatch in 1 day, you would enter 1 here, and that information would be synced up to the catch marketplace. So once you've done all that, simply click next step, and that'll give you a quick review screen. If you're happy with everything, click complete catch setup. And now we've connected Neto to the catch portal, and we've defined some basic listing rules. The next step is to get into product category and product attribute mapping, which is what we're going to run through now. So like I say, the basic premise between our marketplace integrations is that you map your product categories and your fields in Neto to related product categories and fields in that marketplace, and then it just becomes a matter of approving products to be listed on a marketplace, and the system looks at that field mapping that you defined, or those rules that you defined, to determine where a product is listed to on a marketplace and how it is listed. So there's essentially a two-step process here: setting up your category mapping and then setting up your field or attribute mapping. So to set up your product category mapping, simply go to your Catch dashboard and click on Configure next to Category Mapping, or from the menu item, select Category Mapping. Here you're going to want to select whichever categories of products you want to list to the Catch marketplace for mapping. So in this case, I might want to list all my printers to Catch, so I want to map my printer categories to related categories on Catch. So I'm going to click Add Printers as a category. I'm then going to select the related category on Catch. So in this case, it's going to be electronics and appliances, computers, and computer printers and scanners, and other. Now, whenever I decide to list a product that's listed in my printers category in Neto, it'll automatically link to electronics and appliances, computers, printers and scanners, other in Catch. I'll then obviously complete the step for any other categories of product that I want to sell on the Catch marketplace. So once I've finished my Catch category mapping, the next thing I want to do is my product field mapping. So product field mapping consists of two parts: product fields that are found on all products, and then product fields that are category specific, dependent on the categories that you have decided to map to under the product category mapping section in the prior step. So under product fields, you'll see here that 3 of 5 required fields have been mapped. So I simply click on the core link here, and you'll see that name has already been mapped for me. So the name field in Neto will map to the product title field in Catch. So when I list a product, whatever I've got in the name field in Neto will display in the product title field in Catch. Whatever I've got in the brand field in Neto will appear in the brand field in Catch. And it's important to note that brand is a required field in Catch. And if you don't have a brand specified in Neto, you should either specify a brand against a product, or as Catch say, you can list the item as unbranded, so use the text unbranded. Model number is another core field. Now, it's not a required field, but if you are using a field in Neto for model number, so we do actually have a model number field, you can just map it to that model number field. Product description in Catch will link to description in Neto. Offer state. Now, offer state is something that you might not be familiar with. It's Catch terminology. And it's the condition of the offer. So this refers to whether the product is new, for example, or refurbished. Now you can either use the text field new, or you can use Catch's code for the equivalent of new, which is the number 11. Now you can either map to a Neto field where you define this on a product level, but if all your products are in fact new products, which is the majority of our customers, then you can simply select to type in a value here and type the word new, and all products will be listed as new products in the Catch marketplace. So this is a very handy tip. You don't have to specify whether an item is new on a product itself. You can simply define it as text in the mapping section here. This is the same for logistics class. So Catch have got a set of logistics classes, and you have to define a product's logistics class when you do list it. So for example, on a product, you can define whether it is a small, lightweight item from a logistics class perspective. Now you can define that on an individual item level, so you can set up a custom field in Neto called Catch Logistics Class, for example, and map that field here. Or again, if all your items fall under the same logistics class, you can simply type in the relevant value. So maybe it's the flat rate logistics class here, and you simply type that in here or use the code flat. It's up to you, and our system will push through the code flat for all your products. So there's some really handy information under these tooltips. So click on the tooltip icon here, and you'll see more information about specific fields. Club Catch eligible, also a specific catch field. It's a Boolean value field. So if an item is eligible for Club Catch, and you can find more out about the Club Catch program through your Catch representative or through the Catch support documentation. But again, you can either map that to a specific field in Neto or create a custom field in Neto called Club Catch eligible and map to that. Or again, define all your products to be Club Catch eligible by simply typing true into this field here. So that's essentially product field mapping, or how it's done. So you're selecting the field in Neto and then the relevant field in Catch, or mapping it to the relevant field in Catch. Where we can, we've done mapping automatically for you. So in the case of images, for example, we have mapped images to related Catch fields. As you saw in core fields, we've mapped relevant fields like name and brand as well. For category specific fields, depending on obviously what categories you select, you'll get different options from the Catch Marketplace catalog, and you can map these fields, which are typically all optional fields. So yeah, that's in a nutshell what product field mapping is. Once you have saved your product field mapping, the next step to simply listing your products on Catch is to select which products you would like to be listed on Catch, and which we'll run through now. So there's 3 ways that you can approve a product to be sold on Catch. You can drill into individual products, and on the top right of a product, you'll find the approved to sell on Catch field, provided that you've turned on the Catch integration. Alternatively, from your product list page, you can bulk select products to be listed to Catch or approved to sell on Catch. So simply select the products in bulk that you'd like to be listed to Catch, and then select approve for Catch. You can also unapprove products to be sold on Catch through this mechanism. And finally, you can import a list of products to be sold on Catch by importing a yes or a true value in the approved to show on Catch field. So the easiest way to do this is export your product data first, then update that field in a CSV file, and import your product data using the import tool. This is also supported in our advanced import wizard. So 3 simple ways to approve a product to be sold on Catch. Once you have approved a product to be sold on Catch, so you've ticked that Boolean field, the product will be synced to Catch the next time that the Catch Neto sync is run, and that runs every 5 minutes or so. You can get an update on the status of your listings by going to the Catch link in your control panel and clicking on the listings link or nav menu item. And this will bring you up with a list of Catch listings. And in this listings list, you'll find an update on the success or failure of your product's listing to Catch. So here you can see I've had a number of products successfully list to Catch, and then there's also a few here that have got errors. I can drill in to an error. and it will define the error for me or explain what the error is. I can then go and fix that error on the product, and then the next time the sync runs, the product should be successfully listed to catch. So in this case, for example, the state of the product has not been defined on this particular product, and therefore it cannot be listed. So the errors that you see here are returned to us from the catch marketplace. So this listing dashboard or list is a really good view in sort of real time of the status of your active catch listings. So that's in summary, I guess, how you approve products to be listed to catch, how you resolve listing errors, and how you get a status update on listings that have happened. At any time, you can run the sync to catch by clicking on the sync with catch button at the top right of your catch listings page, and this will, I guess, poll catch to get the latest update on your listings, and as well as push any updates to catch. Please allow around 5 minutes for that process to in fact be run, though it doesn't run in real time as such. Also from your catch dashboard in your Neto control panel, you'll find links to view your listings, as well as links to view or change the settings that you set up during the catch setup wizard. Now, once your products have been listed to catch and you start making sales, and from all accounts, our merchants are having a lot of success on catch, and you might see sales coming through your Neto control panel in a matter of minutes after listing to catch, which is really exciting. You never know. But when orders do come into your Neto control panel, it's important probably to understand the process flow involved with that. So by default, when an order is pushed into your Neto control panel, if it is pending a fraud check by the catch team, then that order will end up in the on hold status in your Neto control panel. Once the catch team have completed their fraud check, that order will automatically be moved to the pick status in Neto, and from there you can pick, pack, and dispatch the order. Now you can change these settings under the catch settings section of your control panel by simply selecting which status for the various statuses that I just mentioned you would like orders to be imported to. So for example, instead of an order going to on hold while it's under fraud check with catch, you might want that order to end up in the new status. Now, the reason why we have orders go to on hold while they're pending fraud check with catch is so that that stock is reserved to catch for that order in a semi-real-time manner. Otherwise, you might oversell products between sales channels. If you would prefer, once a fraud check is complete, for an order not go to pick, but instead, for example, go to on hold or new, you can also change that. But our recommendation would be for while an order is on fraud check to go to on hold, and once that fraud check has been completed by the catch team, for the order through to go automatically through to pick, and the system will do that for you. Now, once you dispatch an order in Neto, that's when our system will push up shipping tracking information through to catch and mark that order as completed or dispatched in your catch control panel. You should not have to log into your catch control panel to manage your products or to manage your orders once you have set up the integration. Now, a catch order is going to look much like any other order in Neto from any other sales channel, whether it be your web store, whether it be through Amazon or eBay. The only difference really will be that you'll have a catch identifier on each order line, as you can see here in this example. Additionally, you won't be provided with a catch customer email address. Catch control the communication between customers, so you do not have access to a customer's contact details outside of the shipping address and the details you need to fulfill an order. So any communication that happens with a customer has to happen through the catch seller portal. Pretty similar to Amazon, I guess, in that regard, in that they own the customer. When it comes to receiving payments for catch orders, so orders will come in as fully paid, and then catch will pay you less commission that they make through you as a seller in X number of days, dependent on your arrangements with catch. But I guess you can be assured that once an order comes into your Neto control panel, is marked as paid, then catch are good for that money. Okay, so that's a quick overview of the integration between Neto and Catch. Probably important to note that the process of this integration, all the way from listing and registering products on Catch through to fulfilling orders, is much the same as selling through Amazon with Neto. So the idea is this leverages the same engine that we now use for new marketplace integration. So if you're familiar with our Amazon integration, albeit slightly more complex due to the number of product fields that Amazon have and the number of product categories. Otherwise, the process flow is much the same and therefore very easy to use. Likewise, if you are selling on Catch through Neto, if you want to start selling on Amazon, you won't need to learn a new process. The category mapping and the field mapping process for Amazon and Catch through Neto is much the same. So if you haven't tried Amazon and you have added Catch as a marketplace and are getting some success, now might be a good time to turn on the Amazon sales channel to give that a go too, just in time for Prime Day. Great time to jump on Catch too, with the recent news that Wesfarmers has acquired Catch. So wait and see what that means for Catch and the Catch marketplace. But I think it's positive, I think it's exciting, and I think it's a great opportunity to jump on and be one of the early adopters from a merchant perspective of the Catch sales channel. So that's all we have for today. If you have any questions, like I said at the start of the webinar, please post your questions in the comments section below this video in the Neto community. Our marketplace support team are monitoring that thread and will respond to any questions that you have, as well, I'm sure, other successful Catch sellers that are part of our community. We do have a large number of support documents that are related to our Catch integration that are available through the Neto Support Hub. So you'll find those under the articles section in the Support Hub. We'll also link to them below. So thanks for joining me for today's webinar. I hope that it's helped you better understand the process of selling on Catch. If you have any questions, reach out to the team. We'll gladly help you. We will be continuing to improve this integration, refine it over the coming weeks and months before we move on to anything else. So thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you grow your business through Catch.